So bushia as you Osu Castle, what I say, I knew Osu Castle. Once the view, no, clear. What I say, the BI nice, and my place of very very neat. Until I see a floor, no, once we deny anymore. Almost I say, front view, no, what I say, see it. Until high blind, I say, you pictures, and the videos, no way near corner ban. Until baby, I won't some gate of no return. I don't think I normally slave in a pass a quabonti. I want to me returning call back be a one. They will identify you by the mark and I some of the mount on the mark amount. One of them say so having a video in share to baby who say me enter or baby. It is slave in the phone the memory enter that place a place get to be to me containing the past 60. And easy, I want to move didi, I want to move toilet, I want to move bibia through that place in a month for be bleed, a woo man for be brave, people die in this place. What I say, it's a man for be brave, or do side window, we are window in a several as ventilation like Emma, or Munyam from Accra, Eddie Chomo, side window, me trabain, a window, I just say. A mamunyam from Accra, and as that top way so a baby or mode Adriana Efa, a go, no more to me didi. Into these are the things that a normal pass through in that colonization. Into baby a top where me trouble is a place where the white people used to pass food for them to eat. Into that's the place I will call toilet more baby or what I say, to say next year. But mommy no person a big video, no, what I say to honest no or go around Tina say videos na baby basa about Charlie, more managing is our mind. There's no share story about it. I had no more toilet, I had no more than a mother, a bibia, and at the same time, they change the damonsa and it's a very small place. After we make sure they are shown to see in the city. To see in the city and you know, your baby, remember, no mother, and to place you and a scene it has a reminder the Napa show baby as a pajano, and a video nice time. But Obaso not subscribe, yaman, or subscribe, you know, I share or like yaman. The place in the eye Osu Castle, no Osu Castle and Casancas pan. Nah, more pass it through. Easy that time. It wasn't easy at that time actually. Indeed, say the next year. To be a mature no, a baby a member you don't move. On say you secretary from the ladies. To one share. On say me clear about. To see how baby keep take containing the process say 600 or something. The 60 to 600 move back and society and after the AP officer a member near call baby a ladies in one it could be a ladies known it has a front view, it has a inside but I say we inside the also across the compound today is the open place I walk a few more I walk castle anymore but see and for now will be and that will be this serve as a fencing a tourist site what I say it say I be very be a man a wanted a moon.
So welcome, this is one of the female slave dungeons we have here. Right after the branding from the courtyard, they are also being brought here in chains and shackles. Right here we have 30 female here, 30 female in the second chamber. Behind you is a point of ventilation for them, and they were also being fed from the top until 1679. The Portuguese came the second time and built a chapel on top of the dungeons. And so they will be having church service up there whilst the slaves will be here waiting for the ship to come and take them to the New World. Here, the ladies were unfortunate. Watch your head. There's no light. You can use your phone, yes, to get in there. So,
for this baby, I know kind of first one is 30. What I say because room is 30 and as more down and 30 is what I say. Same way recently as I feel no bow and new time a friend say still for no one fast I knew we were away open place. There's no would be as a student bed here, no, there's no nothing, just open place in a hall. Into one of the friends say baby more dining. Hi, ni pateti pe, if any pateti pe, and I was say, hey, you remember just mine small, we chale, ABG. So where new mass and Kumu on them to you try be fine. Tea, say it here. To say a view here.
Well, the slave masters of the Europeans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And were there lots of changes of Europeans? Were they Balkans involved in that, or was it peaceful?
When they were free.
Yeah.
You bushanti afi na ase epi what I say akọ ma epi because nti I open place yasa ba compound inside inside nti oba be che different o say ohwe scan so a 50 cedis ne so a there's a like events there's this akwa say efie ohwe 50 cedis so 50 cedis ni enuni. What I say and we 50 city baby I say one draw nipa the big 6 ni nipa 6 no mutin one ni a kwan e buy no and e ye omo nti I say no ye o say baby a omo sense you I say omo sense you this omo serve omo nti I'm not inside no omo de me feel gallon be almost 6,000 plus no ma feel all and the entire ye fence road near red in such a way say that any red carpet until if any visitor be on baby then they paint that place red say they bit me walk obit me afaso ide akọ baby ometim there several visitors until I say kwan oedo omo paint so red always be because any visitor be a baby all no be Friday pass because that any red carpet anyway nti 150 cedis no wo hwe 50 cedis so a say na wo so we say design na wo say na wo so e wo 50 cedis no so pepepe so 100 cedis nti the moment no okaje say there be ye visitors nti ye be pass through ye be fa middle no ene e akọ store nti e bi omomo de ono fa nchen what I say ono fa nchen nti 50 cedis na o de kire to say na etieb 50 cedis no we share 50 cedis so sa ekwa no na e ewo nti anyina ye inside ana me twegu kama anyina inside anyina Osu Castle obeka say nwura be na enye nwura ni nyina design en bia na ye ewo nti omo akire nti ogina ohu fence Atlantic Ocean what I say epo no the sea the big sea kese nti I say na ye also me catch us a gate of no return but me all videos actually it has a do far say ya you don't call fence Europe ya cotton forever and ever obusan for be obi won to be anka bio it ya na from view as a twegu kama what I say that feel so me ekọ baby and mini once a twegu kama sanity nti wonya down na ebe ko na yakọ akotwa ho nyina ade akirem nti say na ti oba so na subscribe am nti sampa we Queen Elizabeth in pass oba Ghana oba isu oba Africa oba Ghana specifically oba isu nti pani bibia ne light ni na wo nyina shape from all the way from the place yanto Ghana I say what I say so mo shape from the place in a bar say nti pano ni wardrobe ni enwoma hu ho nyina ye enwoma ye enwoma oba o use ye nti ha obegina no awevi a kire fence compound say yeah good morning I'm so here so baby in Panama show ye baby so be die sa blanket and still na eno no use o munche nyam renovation bia sampa na no ye do obeda so na fe the PF one and ye ko baby a chapel no baby e casa chapel baby moye asorin where they used to worship ye ko ho this year having a name ho na ye ko So these are the front view, these are the view. Come on. But I say it's sanity until Baswana subscribe and more update bar see. See and I say it's Osu Castle. Charlie, such a nice and interesting place. But one thing say can person me video no name if it's a voice over and bar. Okay, omo place in any church in baby omo asole in the moment I say me pure no. See aneti, there is no renovation. The same, the place remain the same. But kunya na ete so no JJ fence Atanos. What I say Atanos na provide say kunya no na wo say no. Te kunya na me mete so no Atanos kunya na say o provide for the church. But I say drums no you provide my drums in the misa say be one and board drums more and say see it's time I will show me am to the bra ma me de and make us any bonk more about nipa obe ru ho ne ade ade ni we na church na nkasa no wo hwe na baby kitu bi yentie ma me no nsema na oka.
The gentleman we see here, his name is Prince-KAYTV. He is a Ghanaian from the eastern part of Ghana called Accra. He also came to capture the castle for one whole year, seized it, ruled. He lived in the community, and so he had lived here for a very long time. He could interpret languages. But he could see a lot of people come to the castle, but they don't go back to their home. So quickly he went to his hometown, informed his uncle, who was a chief, that he's been seeing people come here but they don't know. So his uncle charged him to find out what goes on here. So the Danish people also needed a cook here. But because he could interpret languages, he actually applied and he was employed. When he came, whilst he was cooking, he was spying too. So later he got to know that the Denmark people, the Danish people, are selling our able men and women, mothers, fathers, to the new world. So quickly he went to his hometown, informed his uncle, and he's on his way back to trade. His uncle gave him 80 strong men from Accra. The Accra people are known to be warriors. They are very strong people. So when they were coming, 80 men accompanied him. When they got in here, he advised them to disguise themselves as merchants coming to buy soldiers. When the 80 men from Accra were coming, they had gunpowder on them. So when the guns were handed over to them to try it, they set the gunpowder and tried it on the soldiers. They actually killed all of them, and then they captured the place together with this man.
What was that again? Sorry, the time?
Come again?
What time? What day?
That was in 1680.
Oh, wait, sorry, this looks like more to so I was thinking way back. Okay, sorry.
Yes, that was 1693.
Way back. Okay.
When the Danes came after 10 years,
Okay.
they also came to seize it. So, together with him, they killed all the Danish soldiers.
Danish, Swedes, British, Portuguese,
And
locals, and all the mixed yes. Okay.
And then you know that place where why? You know if you feel after next time, bro, this one. Hey, where did you come? Hey, history. Mkunya in here.
The church, you know, almost more human being passing. From church from side to side. People we find obey, yeah,
You didn't view. Osu Castle. View.
Where the European masters mounted their flag. So we had the Dutch, we had the Portuguese, we had the Swedes, we had the Danes also coming. And so each of them, when they come here, is where they mount their flag. And so from this view, when the ship is coming, Once the size of the house, the
Yeah.
European cover
Right.
chart. Yes. When you turn, you just turn here. These are the materials used in building the castle.
Oh,
This is lime, stone, and then sea sand. We have the sea sand here, so they got most of it. And this is how they used some of this.
Was it just stone for a while?
Yes, just stones
Yeah.
and then sea sand
Yeah.
mixed.
And then
Limestone.
this sort of thing was later.
Yes,
Yeah.
this was the
Yeah.
paintings later. So these were the things they used in building it, and this some of the canons they used for defense. Yes. So after our president, the first president was Sajiko Dr. One of our long-serving presidents decided not to use it, but instead chose here. This building was added on by the British in 1921. It used to be the office of Sir Godwin Livingston. Yes, this building. Please come inside. Let's find out who the president is. Yeah. So welcome to the office of one of our long-serving presidents, Flight Lieutenant Jerry Wallace. Did you guys
Heard the name, so.
Yeah, he's one of the. Is he one of the big six?
come again?
Is he one of the big six? No.
No, he wasn't
He was
part
a bit
of the
after
big
one.
six.
No, he was. Yeah.
Yes. He was actually a very powerful one. He was a military officer too. Yes. He ruled for 19 good years, 11 years as a military. We voted for him for 2 terms, which is 8 years, and so he ruled for 19 good years. He was a very powerful one here who actually fought against corruption, and so the Ghanaian population, most of them loved him so much. That's his portrait right there. Yes. He died in 2020 during the COVID time. Yes, recently, about 3 weeks ago, the wife also died. Nana Konedwa in New Orleans, she also died. But then when she came to power, he came through power through coup d'etat. So when he got into power, he was scared that same means might be used against him, and so he decided not to use that office that he chose here, simply because when he's here, he can monitor the gates. The first
See people
and
coming in, yes.
yes, so
And
when
video
the
man,
gates
no.
are quickly,
And video
he
man,
will
no.
call it disappear and he will stand down. And so when he chose here, he was able to escape 4 assassinations on his life. Yes, he was a very powerful man. Back then, you can't even come close to the Osu Castle because when he was ruling, he was a very powerful man, and everybody. During his time, there was a culture of silence here because he killed most of the people, especially the corrupt ones, and then he tried to fight. Yes. Corruption.
Was he Ghanaian?
Yes, he is a Ghanaian, but then he's also a mulatto and half caste. The mother, a Ghanaian from the Volta region, and the father is Scottish.
How did he get on with the British? How did he get on with the British? Yeah. How did he get on? The relationship. How was the relationship with the British?
He actually left before the British left before he
Oh, he
came.
left, oh,
Yes, that was way after the British. Yes. So later, that was in 1850. The British came in 1850, and then Ghana gained independence in 1957. He was here in 1979.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the British had left by then.
He left, yes,
Yeah,
before Ghana gained independence.
Yeah.
And these are the items he used while in power. There hasn't been any recuperation, of course, except for the time. Yes. So this is his office. That's his picture right there.
I just think it's like a cone. Did people
Yes, this is
people
why-
sort of lie in it and look out, like the whole body in? Look out.
Oh right. Well, this probably. I imagine this is like what you see a lot on castles where you have narrow slits so you can fire arrows through, but
I've
not
never-
really get hit. I
I've
assume
never
it's the
seen the
same
cone.
here.
So do you mind standing in front and look at some scale? So I'm using this as a scale object.
Have you seen it on? You must have been to.
So that recording.
The thin slit, I guess. Yes, but not the bit that cone where you lie in. Yeah.
You see the view. Who can shout me like that? Oh. Time will take. Oh. So gate, you go the gate.
We go down to the door.
The gate of no return.
Wow. Careful, you're going to. You could fall, please. Yeah, I know. These bifocals, really.
Or once a slave comes out, there's no way you're going back. And so once they move from the dungeons, still in chains and shackles, they use the spiral walkway for the head count and then come in here. Once you get here out of this door, you lose your name, your identity, your language, everything. Now you are being addressed by the logos, the banks, they put you here. Yes. So when they get in here, there are smaller boats here.
Yeah.
They pack them into the boats and transfer them into the bigger ship, 200 meters away on the water. It took them 3 months to get to the West Indies. On their way, they are being served food once a day, water once a day. But most of them committed suicide here because right from the dungeons, they come out here and this is all they see. They are like, what is this? Where are they taking us? And this is the last place they saw in West Africa before they moved to Europe. So while they were transferring them to the bigger ship, most of them committed suicide. And because most of them were in a chain line, when one decides, we have about 10, 20 in a chain line, when one of them decides to jump, about 20 of them will have to follow, and they also committed suicide. But in 1998, we joined the emancipation, and then 2 mortal remains were brought, one from America, Osu Castle, and then Lady Crystal from Jamaica. Their bodies were being sent to the Cape Coast Castle to cross the door of no return, and that was when they did the purification and then pour libation to change the name of the door of no return to the door of return. And we do these crossings to tell the diaspora that we have actually broken the chain of slavery. So in 2019, we had the year of return, and then another 2 more.
The gate of no return, but we are still returning back. Gate of no return, but we are still returning back. So Shuma, you see, Anna, that's it. Oh.
We're moving to the garden.
You see it.
We have a beautiful garden. Yeah.
So I see a gate of no return to Elcon. But very nice. Tram picture. So guys, so this is the gate of no return. Until we first year, model room. That's which way?
had their houses, they were working. But in 1850, when the British moved in, they instituted a poll tax in 1852 that the local people should pay. And they said no, there's no way they are going to pay any tax because the land belongs to them. And so it became a banter between the local people and the British. And so in 1854, the locals here, the Osu Castle people, they have an annual festival they celebrate every year. And so one of their annual festivals was they were having merry and then dancing, eating. They ate, the British brought in the ancient stuff, bombarded all of them, destroyed their buildings, killed most of them, and then sacked them from here. After sacking them, they constructed this thick wall round the castle to prevent the locals from coming. And so later, they brought in some of the plants here. Yes. They made a beautiful garden here. So this garden is currently for sale. It's actually not for sale, it is for rent.
Oh, okay, how much?
Yes, I don't know the price. So when
I
you
think
come,
I read that.
yes, so when you come, you meet them, you pay for it, and then you can, like these people on Wednesday, the Bank of Ghana here,
Alright,
they've
okay.
rented the place, they will be having a program here on Wednesday. Yes, so later, they went to the West Indies, brought in most of the plants, the garden, made a beautiful garden here. Yes, and so later, the British left, here became the seat of government. In 2013, the seat of government was also moved away from here to the Jubilee House, and in 2017, they declared here and one for tourists to come and see. Yes. So this is a beautiful castle garden.
Yeah.
My name is Rita, and this is where we end the tour. Thank you very much for coming. God bless you. Any questions, please?
So many things.
So many questions.
So you were talking a lot about here. Was this typical of, say, across the whole bay, is that the whole Atlantic, of the time scale and when things stopped?
Actually,
yeah.
the Atlantic was this way,
Yeah.
and here used to be the Osuala Castle.
Yeah. So from how far did this all extend? You know, the slave trade from
From
sort of,
the slave trade?
yeah, Liberia down Nigeria. How far across the coast was it? Like
Actually,
1,000?
it's very far, but
Yes.
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Yes.
But it was pretty much
Pretty
similar
much the
throughout.
same,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So they had to travel all the way from their place. Here's the painting, some of the paintings. So he'll show you some of the paintings we have. Have you bought some?
This one,
See? Let me see what to do.
You want to get one?
I'm not sure I have the luggage space, to be honest.
maybe you know, I know me. I see. Me and a bit picture. Yeah. When I'm some picture, well, Enko.
Yeah. Were there any countries which did, you know, in that span, anybody stopped this trade, even briefly? It's just continuous. Yeah. Every whoever.